Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to our Facebook Live. And I am so excited to be sharing my friend Cheyenne. She is amazing. She's the most amazing woman. And I want to tell you a little bit about her. Cheyenne Ryan is the CEO of Drama Free Mamas Unlimited. Love that title. She is an award winning speaker and a mom of thriving, kind yet badass 9-year-old twins. She has studied consciousness, transformation, and personal growth for techniques for 19 years and has mentored moms since 2016. She supports moms to overcome mom guilt and mama drama and balance career and family and become the connected, inspiring mom their kids deserve. Welcome, Cheyenne. So glad that you're here.
Thank you so much, Nancy. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. Oh, look, we got bigger.
Oh, we got bigger. All right, I'm still playing with this. I'm still learning the whole thing here. All right. Oh, no, we want to
That's
hide
pretty
that.
cool.
All right. Yeah, still learning. So welcome. I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank you. Me too. And I don't know if you know this, but I actually did. Did you know I did tech support for like 13 years before? So I love that you're playing with the tech and learning.
All right. So let me ask you. All right. Would you like to be bigger or smaller?
This is great. I like to be able to see you. That's the important thing
Okay.
to me. So.
All right. Well, here I am and here you are. So we got it. We got it.
Awesome.
Okay. So what I would love to hear is that you work from moms from home. And I know that you're really helping them to balance their career and their family. So can you tell me a little bit more about that? I'd love to hear more.
Yeah, well, one of the things I know as a work from home mom, so I'm a mom who works from home too. And lots of my friends are work from home moms, especially in the last 3 years. Working from home has obviously become kind of the norm. And while many people are going back to the office part-time, sometimes full-time, we've all learned a lot of things about this being at home, being a mom, working from home. And there are certain challenges that are just inherent in that. I mean, there are certain huge benefits to that, absolutely. But it's been really interesting as I've worked with more and more moms to work on their parenting, their goals, becoming the kind of mom they want to be. I've sort of really started to discover that there are certain challenges that are just inherent in this journey of working from home and being a mom and still contributing to the world and still managing a household and really building ourselves into who we want to be as women and as mothers and as contributors to the world. So, you mentioned my little bio intro mentioned the mom guilt thing, right? Like, I think we can all relate to that, whether we work from home or not. But it shows up in certain ways for my clients who work from home that it can be really amazing to get to work on and shift some of those things for people. And what I've seen as results is it can really get moms to a place where they start to recognize the challenge they're under and why it's so hard. They start to recognize that they don't have to take that so personally. It doesn't have to be about things they're failing at or anything like that, right? Because I think that's a lot where that mom shame and mom guilt comes from, is feeling like there's something wrong with us, right? Like we've all had that thought before as moms. So, and you're a mom too, right? since your kids are grown?
I am not a mom, but I work with many moms. And so
Oh,
what you're
wow.
talking about is
Yeah.
the mom guilt. I
Yeah.
totally get it because I can't even begin to tell you how many moms I work with that have
Yeah.
that guilt.
Well,
So,
and it's interesting because I had it before I had kids. I had it with my dog. Some of
yeah,
us are so connected with
yeah,
our pets and with
yeah,
that kind of thing. So,
yeah, totally. Guilt.
yeah.
Listen, guilt knows no
Right.
when it comes up and you got it, it's your stuff. When it's your
Right.
stuff, it needs healing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So that is the kind of the core and the essence of what I do.
I love
Um,
it. I love it. Actually, what I would love to hear, because you talked about the challenges inherent in the women that you work with, maybe you can point out some of the challenges so that that women are able to see what the challenges, because they may notice or they may not.
Right. Well, one of the challenges is, you know, most of the moms I've talked to, the biggest challenge is we never quite feel like we're finished. We
Mm,
don't feel like we're finished with work. We don't feel like, especially with the house stuff, right? Like the laundry's never really done. You can get it done. And then about 6 hours later, when everybody changes into jammies, like, oh, look, the laundry has started again. The dishes are never done. So oftentimes it really feels like when we're working from home, especially because of the focus challenges. So one of the things that people talk about, and that I think most work from home moms or parents can relate to, is you're sitting there in a meeting, or you're really in a rhythm. Like using my typewriter here or my keyboard here.
yeah, yeah.
You're writing for work. You're really focused and being productive, and there's a crash somewhere in the house. And now, if you have to stay focused in that meeting, now you've got to stay focused. You're worried about kids' safety. You're worried about what just broke. Do you hear anything? You're what I call micro listening, right? You're listening, and it takes you out of that flow of the work you're doing. It causes a lot of stress, especially if you
Yes,
have to be present in a meeting, that kind of thing.
yes,
Um, so those experiences just create even more stress as we're going back into work of, am I going to be able to focus? So it's this really weird experience that doesn't happen in an office. As somebody who's worked in an office before
yes,
in tech support, and there were lots of interruptions, but it was very different. There's
yes.
different types of interruptions. So those are some of the challenges. And then running the kids around, because you're at home and you're mom, you're kind of expected to run the kids around. And there's just certain challenges that are kind of inherent in that experience as a work from home mom, and the
Yes.
conversations with the partner and spouse, of who takes the kids to all the lessons and the sports and the things. So um, there's been a lot of discussion about, I think it's called mental load, right? And that a lot of that really does fall on mom and women. And if we're going to shift that at all, we need to learn new communication skills. We need to learn. There's so much to learn, and doing that on our own as really busy work from home moms, it can be a challenge. So
Yes, yes,
that's what
yes.
I love working with people, with moms.
And I love it. So needed, Cheyenne, so needed. So thank you for doing the work you're doing.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor.
And why are you so passionate about this working with work from home moms?
Well, You know, I think that many of us find ourselves being really passionate about the things that we into in our past. And I know for me, my growing up years, my mom actually didn't work outside the home for a long time. And there were lots of self esteem issues around that. And so I actually found myself when I had my girls, because I had my daughters, I have the 9-year-old twins. I had them later in life, right? And I thought I wanted to really just focus on them and be just a mom, right? Really focus. But what I found was when they were about 5 months old, I really found myself wanting to go back to work. I found myself wanting to participate in the world and contribute and model that for them so that they could see a fulfilled mom, right? A happy mom, a mom who was not just, who was on purpose, right? Fulfilling her purpose as a person too, in addition to being a mom. So that to me really lit a fire under me. And then I had to figure out what that would look like, figure out how to do that and how to be the mom I wanted to be and figure out how to balance everything. So again, that all of that personal growth experience, luckily I had 10 years of that under my belt because I kind of had some tools to work with. So that's why I'm so passionate, because I understand those challenges we're up against, and I understand the stakes of, what's at stake about this. Because our kids are learning from us every moment. They're learning from us from how we're doing all of these things. And I really wanted to take a stand for moms to do that intentionally and to really recognize the importance of what we're doing. So,
and to be the role model, and their kids are sponges, so
yep,
they're, and also it's not what you say, but it's what you do.
right.
So very cool. Love it, love it. And what do you think that women need to know the most in order for them to really be helped?
I think that the most important thing to know is, again, that piece of, we kind of talked about it before, the mom guilt, that's not our fault, right?
Mm,
And we talk about that, I remember talking about that before I was a work from home mom, talking about it at the playground of like, this whole bringing up little people thing is just challenging. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with our kids. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with us, right? There are skills we can learn. There are strategies or philosophies, but it's really that piece of really kind of knowing that underneath it all, we're all, number one, we're all good. We're all amazing, right? And that's why one of the things I talk about is like bringing this super mom, because I definitely resonate with like the superhero vibe, right?
okay, love it. I love the
And
superhero vibe too. I'm
yeah,
into
and
it.
I think a lot of us as moms, we imagine ourselves with the red cape and we want to like be super moms, and we really are, even when it doesn't like look like it from the outside.
Right.
So what I like to do is really help moms recognize their superpowers, up
Love
level them, clarify the stuff that's making it look like they're not super moms, because they are. Um, and to get really intentional about what they're doing with their kids, what they're doing in their work, and to keep those manageable.
Nice. Love it, Cheyenne.
Awesome.
And how can, is there anything else you'd like to add or anything else you'd like to share that you think would be really important or helpful for the
Um,
group?
yeah, I mean, the biggest challenge with moms who are working from home or working moms in general is time, right? Time is crunched, even when you're a stay-at-home mom. And when you add, 20, 30, 40 hours a week of accountability and responsibility outside of their time is a challenge. So that's one that I like to just deal with and call out up front. Like, just call it out. And it's one of the reasons I love working with moms who are working from home or who are working moms so much, is that, again, that 19 years of personal growth experience. I'm really glad I did 10 years of that before I had those kids.
Mm,
Because, trying to recreate that now on your own is really, really tricky. Especially when you're doing all of these different things. So that's one of the pieces, is just to invite moms into the place where they maybe don't have to do this by themselves, just reading, just reading the personal growth books. That it can be really beneficial to have another way to learn those techniques and strategies. So
Well, that leads so perfectly in to, would you like, how can they get in touch, or do you have any kind of classes or things that, and for people to be able, for women to be able to get to know you and find out more about what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm actually doing a 3-day challenge that's designed just for really busy moms. It's a short 3-day challenge. It's only half an hour, so it's
Love
not
it.
like one of the ones that goes really long because, we're busy. So that is coming up July 11th through the 13th. I've
Okay.
scheduled it for 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, so that
Yep.
hopefully all the work from home moms can get there. They can find that time and sneak off for a few minutes and hop in and learn a little bit more about some of these techniques and secrets and strategies for making this all move forward, getting this all moving forward in their days and lives. And I think we're going to pop in the link in the Facebook group. Is that right? To register for that if people are
Well,
interested?
we can pop in the link here in the chat. And what we'll do is I'll have my VAs also put it in the Facebook group underneath the video and the link to the video. Okay.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, that sounds great.
okay, let's see. Yeah. So, yeah, and we have it on YouTube and we have it on Facebook.
Cool.
Oh, actually, on my business page. We're on my business page. All right.
There you go. Get you some
On my
traffic.
YouTube channel. So,
Awesome.
yes. Anything else you'd like to share before we
Yeah,
end?
I would love to hear the things that you've heard from moms who are working from home. Like, what have you heard as trends and challenges? What have you seen that they're kind of up
Okay,
against?
so definitely there is the guilt, the time management. What
Yeah.
you talked about, the focus is so important because definitely definitely it's so true to be able to have that focus and then know that there's something else going on. Um, and the guilt also comes up. This is just coming to me now. Again, with the guilt, is that if you're working and the kids are home and they're doing something else and you feel badly that you're working and not with them,
Right.
there that brings up a lot of guilt. So
Yeah. Well, and it also that pull, I feel of it as like I feel it as like a push pull that
yes,
can kind of pull us away from our focus and our work, which makes us feel less efficient and less
right,
effective, and then we
right.
want to make it up and work longer and later. It's an
Yep,
interesting, yeah,
yep.
pattern. So,
So I really want to acknowledge you, Cheyenne, for helping working moms find the balance because it's so needed. Each part is so important, and I really want to acknowledge you for doing what you're doing.
oh my gosh, thank you so much. And it's been so fun to hop on here and have this conversation with you. I love the work you do,
Oh,
the way
thank
you support and help people. I love it. I'm so glad that we have connected and
you.
that we can
Me
support
too.
each other. So,
Me too. Me too. All right. Well, thank you all. And know that we'll also have the link to if you can come and anytime you can watch it. And we'll have the link to Cheyenne's masterclass right underneath the video. So I just want to say, have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me, Cheyenne. And I look forward to connecting with you soon.